What's up everybody, welcome back to Casual Lab. Today's video is on a new tower, Pride. He is Escanor from 7 Deadly Sins. The reason why I want to talk about him is because this unit is extremely overpowered and versatile. You can safely replace Minato Beast Cloak with Escanor. I answered the question of today's video, so that's it for today's video. Just kidding. I also want to explain why Escanor can replace Minato in every other way and for both Infinite and Story mode as well. And I want to emphasize again, Escanor is extremely versatile. But before I explain on how to use him properly, I would really appreciate it if you can smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell and like this video to support the channel. I usually explain the Infinite mode first, but let's take a look at the Story mode first this time round. My Escanor is just level 1. I want to show what he is capable of at the minimum. And since I have already told you that Escanor is better than the Minato Beast Cloak in every way, I am going to compare a level 1 Escanor to a level 80 Minato. We always have a few problems in Story mode. Not enough money and lack of a good starter tower, and unable to reach full potential of a high DPS tower. By saying starter, I don't mean a low level tower that new player use. I mean a tower that can start the round safely when money is extremely scarce at the start of the round. Starter units are extremely important, but are always not given the credit that is due to them, as they are usually not the strongest tower at their final upgrades. And they don't have the damage that shows huge numbers. Good starter units should have a good SPA if the range is lacking. The damage need not be extremely high, but it should be decent enough to one-shot mobs at the start. They should also cost very little at the lower upgrades, as we don't have enough money at the start. Starters should preferably have a deployment cost of under $500, as the game only gives you $500 at the start and you need to deploy them first. So which towers fit into these categories and are good starters? Sasuke Eternal is an extremely good starter, even at the present Escanor or future Trunks update. Low cost, both at low and upper upgrades. Great SPA. Although the range is very limited, the cone is wide enough to wipe out a few mobs at once. Damage is pretty good at the beginning too, able to one-shot almost, if not all mobs at the start. Sasuke is also cheap to upgrade. Becomes extremely good at mid-game too once he reaches the 3rd upgrade. I'll still use him in Story mode whenever I can, as I don't think I have a better starter tower than him. Minato Beast Cloak is also a good starter, except he is not as good as Sasuke in being a starter. But Minato has been able to reach very good damage at the end. In fact, he was the highest DPS at some point of time, making him a meta tower for quite some time. But as far as starter tower is concerned, Minato is only at the borderline of being a good starter. Still good, but just not as good as Sasuke. Minato is slightly lacking in SPA. His cone is very narrow. Range is decent and damage is good, but you will still find him licking mobs at the start sometimes. Minato is also very cheap at the start, but once you can use its claw grip from the Beast Cloak, you are safe till mid-game. And I don't have to say, Minato may not be meta now, but he is still very good at final upgrade, especially at his price point of $4,000+. Good starters also have steady small increases in prices as the upgrades get higher. This is because it makes every upgrade affordable. Towers that have big jumps like Blackbeard, Rukia, Boo, or Vaster Lord Ichigo are definitely not good starters. But let's take a look at Escanor now. You may be thinking that Escanor costs almost $8,000 and may not be the best in Story mode. And Escanor may not be a good starter too, as the deployment is $600, more than what the game gave you right at the start. On the contrary, Escanor is a great starter too. Although it costs $600, which is more than what the game gives you initially, you can still use Escanor as a starter. Most maps are big enough. By the time the first mob reaches the final lane where you should be putting your towers, a wave has probably passed and you would have $600. Just don't put down any units at the start. Well, that's unless you play an extremely small map like the starting Dragon Ball map. Then you might, just might, run into some problems. Put down Escanor and you will realize the first upgrade is only $200. That is extremely cheap. you probably can make an upgrade immediately. Once you make the first upgrade, Escanor gains 20 damage per wave. It may not sound like it is a lot, but it definitely helps at the start of the round, where damage and health of mobs are low. 20 damage is like 10% of your damage at level 1. This feature is very good for a starter tower. Escanor has a white cone too, which is extremely useful just like Sasuke. In fact, he has very good range and SPA at lower upgrades too. Damage is also high. Just the stats alone, Escanor already outclasses Minato and Sasuke as starters. Upgrades are cheap at the start as well. $200 on the first upgrade, $520 on the second upgrade, $610 on the third upgrade, and $830 on the fourth upgrade. That's cheap, which I think is the same level as Sasuke as far as cost is concerned. So Escanor has excellent stats, cheap to upgrade, very good skills for a starter tower, great cone range, and that's only his level 1 stats. His upgrade cost is also progressive at a manageable rate. Best of all, there is something that I really like in Escanor which both Sasuke and Minato don't have as a starter. Escanor starts off with an excellent SPA of 3. This gives him a huge advantage at the start. It slowly increases just a little as you upgrade him. By his final upgrade, his SPA is 5, but the damage at the end more than compensates for the SPA. So it allows you to be fast at the start to hit more mobs, which is what you need, and slowly exchanges the SPA for very huge damage. Both Sasuke and Minato are opposite. They start off with SPA of about 5, then slowly reduces to 3 or 3.5 SPA. Not that their SPA is not good, but Escanor does it better. With that in mind, Sasuke and Minato are still good starters, especially Sasuke. At the late game of story mode, like maybe wave 10 onwards, most of your towers should be sufficiently upgraded. Using Escanor gives you more choices. Look at Minato. We can definitely upgrade Minato fully in story mode. It is cheap and it does great damage. It costs only about $4,400 to fully upgrade it. Great SPA of 3 and great range at 47. Damage at level 80 is great too, almost 1,700 damage. Coupled with the huge range and low SPA, the DPS is pretty good. But let's take a look at Escanor. Bear in mind it is at level 1 only. If we spend $4,260 to upgrade Escanor to the 5th upgrade, we can compare it with Minato. Why 5th upgrade? That is because the cost is similar to a fully upgraded Minato. Minato costs $4,400 while Escanor costs $4,260 at 5th upgrade. Let's compare level 80 Minato full upgrade to level 1 Escanor 5th upgrade. Escanor may lose out a little on SPA, but his range makes it up. In terms of damage, Escanor at level 1 can deal 1,485 damage while Minato can deal 1,684 damage. That's almost 200 damage more. But don't forget you paid a little less than a fully upgraded Minato, and this Escanor is just level 1. At level 80, Escanor deals 2,658 damage and the DPS will be much higher than Minato Beast Cloak. For a similar cost, you are already getting similar stats as Minato. Like I said, using Escanor gives you choices. You can go further to increase its damage. But is it worth it in story mode? Let's fully upgrade Escanor now. He is dealing a whopping 4,655 damage just at level 1. Range is greater than Minato at 55, though the SPA is slightly poorer than Minato. But like I said, the range can already make up for it. So you basically pay another $3,700 to get Escanor from the 5th upgrade to the maximum upgrade. That is about 3 times the damage output at 5th upgrade for the price of less than one fully upgraded Minato. In other words, you pay less than one fully upgraded Minato from 5th to maximum upgrade, but you get the output of 2 more Minato. And that's just a level 1 Escanor. A level 80 Escanor can deal over 8,300 damage. In terms of final stats, Escanor clearly wins. As starters, Escanor is also better than Minato and Sasuke. Now, isn't Escanor very versatile? Don't you think Escanor can totally replace Minato? The developers are making towers obsolete too quickly. Now on to Infinite Mode. We already compared Escanor to Minato, so we won't do that again here. Escanor clearly is the better tower in every way. How can you use Escanor in Infinite Mode? It is very important that you place down as many Escanor as possible before wave 10. You know everybody likes to put down Bulma first to earn money, right? Well, you can put a mix of Escanor and Bulma instead. Remember to upgrade Escanor once to activate the skill to get 20 damage every wave, so you will need to spend about $800 per Escanor. Put down all 8 of them, then focus on your Bulma. Remember to put an air unit if nobody is doing so. 8 Escanor can definitely hold out for quite a long while. Once your Bulma is done and you have enough money, upgrade all your Escanor fully. This will not take too long as Escanor is not considered expensive in Infinite Mode. Remember I explained that a fully upgraded Escanor is less than the price of 2 Minato but has an output of multiple Minato. Yeah, Escanor is definitely worth it to upgrade fully as increase in stats don't diminish much at the back. If your Escanor is placed down and upgraded once before wave 10 and assuming you get to wave 50, which is what I think most players are capable of, your Escanor would have earned an additional 800 damage. If your Escanor is level 80, that's about 10% increase in damage. At level 1, that's about 20% increase in damage. That's quite a bit of increase. Even if you don't feel that the increase is a lot, the base stat of Escanor is already crazy. Yeah, sure it's not full AoE, but his cone is already very good. Asking for full AoE is too much for Escanor stats at this point of time. But even as we compare it to excellent full AoE towers like Vastolord Ichigo, Escanor will still be better. Stats wise, Escanor still beat Vastolord Ichigo hands down. The range of Vastolord Ichigo at final upgrade just killed itself, especially for a full AoE tower. Even if you compare Escanor to the mighty Super Saiyan Future Trunks from the same update, Escanor is still better. Other than the stats itself, remember that Escanor is extremely versatile. It can be used as a starter and a choice to upgrade if you want in story mode. Super Saiyan Trunks is not an as good starter. His lower upgrades are a little too expensive, costing over $1,000 at the second upgrade. But Super Saiyan Trunks is slightly cheaper at a full upgrade as compared to Escanor. If you don't have Escanor, Super Saiyan Trunks is a good choice too. And Super Saiyan Trunks is also a tower that is easy to get. Alien soldiers are from the first Dragon Ball map in the story mode. You can't just put a unit and AFK to farm. So that's it for today's video. Escanor is the best primary output tower in my opinion right now. He is extremely versatile and his stats outclasses most new towers. Even level 80 old meta towers like Minato, which is a 6-star tower, is no longer as useful as a level 1 Escanor. Minato can retire now. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to turn on the notification bell too. Bye!